Welcome. TMZ Podcast with me and the crew. This is the pre-podcast. We're starting the podcast in 5 minutes. So just getting ready. We're going to talk all about this Nancy Guthrie thing because it feels like the feds are closing in. There are more clues coming out by the day, by the hour, actually, because there's very interesting doorbell surveillance. I've seen two different sort of Ring doorbell footage there's one on the night of Nancy's abduction and there's one the night after. Both of them are guys like wearing stuff that looks like the same guy we saw in the Guthrie Ring doorbell camera. So both of these are very suspicious that they look so similar, carrying backpacks so similar. One of them, I know that we're posting on TMZ really shortly, is about a guy. It's almost like it happened around exactly the same time as Nancy's abduction, kidnapping, whatever happened, around the same time as that 5 miles away. So 5 miles away, a similarly dressed man is trying to break into houses. I think that occurs at 1:53 a.m. There's like doorbell camera of this similarly dressed guy trying to break into the backyard of someone's house. Got to restart.
It was not public on the channel.
Okay, no worries.
All right, go for it. You're good now.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. This is the pre-podcast with me and the crew. We've got 2 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go until the podcast gets started. So just doing my homework here. We got some really interesting Ring doorbell footage, not from Nancy's house, but from houses around the Nancy Guthrie area. There's two different doorbell footage we're now looking at that could be the guy that took Nancy. Certainly looks a lot like the guy who took Nancy. One of those videos happened around the same time as Nancy's abduction. I think, in the wee hours of February 1st. That's right. February 1st. Nancy's Ring doorbell stuff all deactivates and everything at like around 2 a.m. And a bit before 2 a.m. There's video footage of a guy who looks similar to the guy who was seen at Nancy's house, and he is trying to break into houses 5 miles away from Nancy's house. So that's very interesting footage. And also what I personally think is even more interesting footage, it's Ring doorbell footage from the night after. So if this is the guy, then he's already done whatever to Nancy. And maybe because it wasn't a big story like in the first day, maybe because like it was like, she's missing, where is she? And it wasn't sort of like, code red. He went back out the next night because he didn't know he had just done whatever to a Guthrie. But he looks very similar. There's Ring doorbell footage of a man trying to break into cars, dressed so much like the guy seen at Nancy Guthrie's house. This one is a few more miles. It's about 8 miles away, I think. This second one that happened the day after, but either there's a problem with all these sort of home invasions in Tucson, and all of these men of a similar build are breaking into houses in a same area, or maybe this might be the guy that we see in Nancy's Ring doorbell. It certainly looks a lot like him to me. So we're going to go, when we start the podcast, we're going to go into all the timings and everything and match up all the Ring doorbell footage. It's really, they're zeroing in the feds, it feels like. They got a glove. I don't know if does a black glove found over a mile away from a house, is that evidence? They're testing it for DNA. Just because a black glove's a black glove, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if the black glove is, but they found the black glove yesterday. They're testing it for DNA. They want to cross-trace it with, like, the family or whoever to rule people out.
Why would there be a black glove just sitting one glove on the side of the road? And that's closer.
It's pretty, it'd be bad kidnapping. I'd give him a grade F if he just like took off his out the window.
First he forgets to cover the camera, and then he throws this glove out the window.
Ah,
It's possible. I mean, look at the camera situation. He didn't barely cover the camera.
true. Sloppy. Maybe maybe it just flew out the window or something like that. You know, my personal working theory of what I think is most likely is like a home invasion gone wrong, and maybe this guy was trying to break into other houses, tried to break into Nancy's, but he saw the Ring doorbell. Whoa, you could see the guy was surprised by the Ring doorbell. If you're like a very sophisticated kidnapper, ransom note writer, I don't think you're that sloppy.
So you don't think that the ransom note is legit then? If you think it's a home wreck gone?
Me personally, I don't believe the ransom.
You don't.
I don't think I do, because why isn't nothing's come of it? They didn't show any evidence of life. They didn't
There's
show
also
any.
no evidence that they paid the $6 million.
What?
So
I don't believe that.
I don't know. That's the thing.
I think that maybe home invasion. You know, she's an old lady. Something happens. Maybe she dies there, and you're like, crap. I'm like a home invader. I'm not a murderer or whatever. What do I do now? Maybe there's evidence involved. Maybe like she's like, you know, there's DNA under her nails. Or maybe there's something that like, oh no.
Someone said maybe the black glove. There's a chance it's OJ's.
Oh, nice. If the glove fit, we'll go around testing all
That's
these.
the first thing I thought of when I saw that.
Oh, true. OJ. Shout out wherever you're watching. Jokes. Yeah, this Nancy Guthrie thing is crazy. You know, I am a little bit worried if we don't find her soon. You know, well, the writing's probably on the wall. It seems, unless there's some miracle. But like, cases like this go cold if you don't have any of this easy evidence to begin with. Cases like this can go cold. Can you imagine how horrible that'd be if you're a Guthrie? We're also going to talk about on today's show Donna Kelsey, because I saw her at LAX yesterday, and she's like the most lovely lady ever. I'm a new Swiftie now almost because of Donna Kelsey, because she's so cool and she talked to me for so long about what do you want to hear about. And she was so funny. So we're going to talk to her about, I talked to her about the big wedding, Travis and Taylor. And also we're going to talk about on the show, I was scrolling past this story for too long. But then I finally read this story and watched the video, and like, wow. So there's this woman from HGTV. Her name's Nicole Curtis. She had the world at her feet. She had her own HGTV show called Rehab Addict. A great title for a show. That's partly why, you know, it sucks for her, because she thought of the greatest title, Rehab Addict. And then accidentally, well, she slipped out a slur in the worst, weirdest way. She's like doing work on a house while HGTV cameras are filming, and like she like hits a nail wrong, or I don't know what she does, and she says the word fart followed by the N word as like like that's what you say, and then immediately she notices, oh wow, I'm on camera. I'm actually filming a reality TV show here, and she's like, oh no, can we please edit that out? Can we please? Oh, no. And that was it. Her TV show has been pulled. She's, you know, very apologetic. I want to be clear. The word in question is wrong and not part of my vocabulary. If it's part of your vocabulary while you're on camera filming your new reality show, something you probably worked all your life for, and you say such a weird phrase. I've never heard that phrase. And I wish he hadn't said it, because now it's just a weird phrase. But I don't know if the term cancelling really is a real thing, but this lady's cancelled now. Maybe she'll get a new TV show on a different network. Maybe that. But it's not going to be on HGTV. I'm grateful for my 15-year journey we've shared. Oh, she's been with them for 15 years. It's been a meaningful chapter, but my focus isn't on my career. Well, not anymore. My focus at this moment is on my relationships, my community, and people who truly know my character and where my heart is. Damn, bro. Lost it all. So, yeah, but we're going to lead the show with the Nancy Guthrie stuff, because everyone's glued to the Nancy Guthrie stuff. in a world where, like, news just comes and goes, and there's one story, the next day. The Nancy Guthrie story has been like the biggest story in the nation, in the world, really. I've got my family in Australia like hitting me up about the Nancy Guthrie thing. It's like front page news in Australia, the Nancy Guthrie thing.
Did you hear what happened to your boy?
Here. Who's my boy?
To Jacob. Did you know he was injured in DC yesterday?
Oh yeah, no, I was part of the injury updates.
Oh, I just found out about it.
Oh,
Poor
no.
guy.
Yeah, who'd you hear from?
Jacob.
Oh yeah. Our colleague Jacob walked into a glass door in DC while covering the news and concussed himself. So prayers for
By
Jacob.
the way, I don't know if we're gonna have time, but you can just do it. You can just do it in the afternoon. But I think they're about to post that video that I sent around.
Yeah.
Separate
We're
ring.
talking about it.
Oh, okay, cool. I think they're about to, not just like the video that I talked to you about this morning.
It's so weird, dude. Like, I saw that video like a long time ago, and now we're doing
just
news.
decided to hold
Bro,
on to
I
it.
was talking to other people about it, and another
not-
colleague was like, yeah, like,
Not me.
because it's not what's relevant and what's not relevant. It's just like, this is just
A guy that looks exactly like the guy he's with two backpacks.
I don't know how exactly, and also didn't it happen at the same time?
Well, so
can be
that's
two wet
what
places.
I was just talking to Charles about.
Two places at once.
Apparently they've never really given the exact they've never purposely not said when that those videos and photos when he or she whatever smashes the camera. They have not said what time that was at.
So why we assumed it was a certain time?
I think that's just because of the timeline they originally gave. I don't know. I've been in my meeting, so I didn't hear what they're saying. So I can't really speak
Breaking news.
too in depth on it.
I like the second Ring doorbell video we got, though. You know how we got a second one? You haven't even seen the second one?
The one of the
The guy trying to break into the car?
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
find that one more relevant because
okay.
that looks more like the guy to me.
Well, we'll just talk about it a little generally.
All right, why are we talking about it now?
Yeah,
We'll
let's
talk
go.
about it next.
Let's go.
Thank you for joining us here, everybody.
What are we doing? Sorry, I didn't even see. We're obviously
Nancy
doing
Guthrie.
Nancy. The glove thing's bullshit.
Donna Kelsey, got to do my clip. Give myself a little pat on the back.
And then Nicole Curtis. Cool.
Our clip, Donna Kelsey. And Nicole Curtis, man, what a story. Nicole Curtis would lead the show any other day. That's a crazy story.
It really
It's
is.
a crazy story.
Funny thing is, like, I saw it yesterday, and I was like, dude, we should definitely do this. And there was like, oh, do we? And I was like, what?
What?
Yeah.
This is one of the craziest.
There was some question on like whether we should do it or not. I'm like, huh?
Huh? I know.
I think
was scrolling.
I think it was just because it wasn't like technically our video, but still.
Too crazy though. All right. Wow.
Let's do it.
Do it.
You guys are just trading spots today, or?
On Thursdays, I have to do Denver.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna leave us with just Tony. All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton. This is Devin Ryle.
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Not much. We've just got some pretty new breaking video surveillance footage around the Nancy Guthrie residence. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, you seem to have your hesitations with it. I think it looks like the person.
In fact, we've got two separate videos of kind of Ring doorbell from separate times, separate nights. We're going to unpack with you. This could be the guy.
Could be.
It really could. We'll also talk about, we all love Donna Kelsey. Well,
I love Donna.
I love her. I'm a Swiftie now because of Donna Kelsey.
She's moms like Donna.
She's
you know
so
what I mean?
funny and sweet. I saw her at LAX yesterday and asked about the big wedding coming up. And she just, whatever you want to know. And she was so nice.
Yeah, no, I watched the clip. A great clip.
Finally, we'll talk about, I don't think that people can really cancel themselves these days. Like, that's not a real thing. Except maybe it is because this Nicole Curtis from HGTV, her show, Rehab Addict, got cancelled because...
On the day it was premiering, or it was coming back.
Oh,
it was
can you imagine?
returning yesterday, and then this video leaks of her using a racial slur.
And the racial slur is just, she uses it in such a strange way and immediately knows that she's messed up. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
We're live on YouTube. If you're out there, thank you. Leave your comments. We'll get to them at the end of the show.
Yep.
Thank you. Subscribe so if you're on everywhere else. And if you're on YouTube, but subscribe, leave comments. Tell us how good we look, huh, Devin?
Yeah, we look great.
We do.
Do we?
You look like if you're wearing like an old-timey fashioned...
It's a flannel, bro.
Okay, just a flannel. Never mind. All right, first story. This Nancy Guthrie saga is taking twist by twist.
Well, I feel like they're actually finally making some headway.
It does seem like that because we have obtained Ring doorbell footage from a place a few miles away from Nancy.
5 miles south of her house.
5 miles south. And also there's separate Ring doorbell footage on the day after the abduction. So he would have had to go back out. But it looks like the guy to me. How many miles away? About an equivalent amount. I think it was 8 miles away. A bit further away than that. So two separate, different incidents. Not the Nancy Guthrie Ring doorbell you've seen in the last couple of days. But the guy's wearing the same shit.
He's wearing the same outfit, has 2 backpacks. He doesn't have a mask on, which is why I think this could actually lead to them getting some answers. If this is, in fact, the same guy.
So let's talk about the first one. The first one happened the night of the abduction, kidnapping, or whatever it turns out to be. And it happens around the same time.
I think it was just before 2 a.m. Mountain time, which that doesn't totally line up with initially on what we thought. Like if it happened around the same time, how is this guy going
2 places at once?
5 miles south in Tucson and kind of looking sketchy? It looked like he was trying to drop the backpack over a fence, but then
in this separate one,
didn't.
it looked like he was trying to case a house or break into a backyard, but it happened around the same time. 5 miles away.
And the reason why I found it like, oh, wow, this is, at least in my mind, why I thought it was relevant is like, dude, the guy is wearing exactly the same clothing.
Is it exact? I mean,
You push back on that a little bit?
A little bit. I thought like the guy in the Ring doorbell footage is wearing jeans. The one we see in color is wearing jeans. Whereas the black and white one we've all seen now, he doesn't look like he was wearing like some like normal dad jeans.
That's true. Also, the backpack he actually has on, because he has 2, is not the one. It had like some logo on it, which I don't think is the one from the door camera at her house. But the other backpack you can't fully see could be.
Right.
And the other interesting thing I thought is Kash Patel told, I think Hannity, or he went on the news and said that they were they had several suspects they were looking into, which makes me think, do they not think that this one person was acting alone?
Right, because also,
you know what I mean?
They're also, the FBI said they're going through the backlogs of the Ring doorbell camera for Nancy's house, looking at specific times where there had been reports that suspicious vehicles had gone past their house.
And the neighbors, this was another development last night. I saw that neighbors in the Catalina foothills, which is near where Nancy lived, they're seeking 2 specific date and time frames: January 11th between 9 and midnight, and January 31st between 9:30 and 11. So that tells me, because January 11th, that's 3 weeks before, that they have clearly some intel of a car that went by the house at that time. And then again, when it seems like right before the abduction happened.
To me, these do seem like, okay, you get a tip. There was a suspicious vehicle from the neighbor, and yeah, you go through the Ring doorbell to see if.
But that's what they should do.
That's what they should do. But it doesn't seem like a huge development. That part.
Okay.
I believe that so we got these 2 dueling separate Ring doorbell cameras that we're now going through of a guy that looks like the guy that we did see at Nancy's house,
acting very sketchy.
Yeah, if one of them does happen to be the guy, and he's maskless, the person is maskless in both.
Yeah.
Could be major clues.
I mean, totally, because the big thing is I thought it obviously was a huge revelation when they released the ring door images of the guy, but he was fully clothed, and you really couldn't. I mean, I guess you could see a little bit of a mustache, but you really couldn't get a good look at what the person looked like.
I actually thought his most defining feature,
the eyebrows,
were his like sculpted eyebrows, which
very manicured. Have you ever had your eyebrows?
No, bro.
Oh, I had it done once.
And then you look like.
Well, it hurts a lot. I mean, I looked pretty good.
No,
I would say I looked pretty good.
Not manicured on a man.
But it hurts. And also it was red, and I was like a little scared that people were going to know that I did it.
I've had my eyelashes dyed before.
That's odd.
If you dye your eyelashes like a darker shade, then your eyes pop more.
Did it work for you?
It did.
Oh, okay.
But then people thought I was wearing mascara.
Interesting tip.
Okay, back to the news.
Yeah, back to the news. So the one thing that I don't know how you feel about this. We haven't talked about this one that I think is just total bullshit. Is them finding the glove near the house?
Yeah, gloves are gloves.
So they found this that there was these photos that look first of all so staged.
They do look
like
staged.
it's like you just see a glove like the wind is going through it and it's sitting in the brush and and you see the FBI collect it. And this is obviously a couple days after the glove, they revealed the ring camera of what the guy was wearing. It just seemed too on the nose.
Who's tinfoil hat man now?
No, I know. It just seemed too on the nose that like out of nowhere, the day after they reveal this, a mile and a half down the road, they see a black glove fluttering in the
and cameras are there
in
to
the
catch
wind, and there's and there's journalists there taking photos.
Thank you for you were about to say paparazzi.
I
You
was.
stopped yourself, said
I
journalists.
was journalists.
Thank you.
Shock you though that if this guy would whoever did it were to screw up and something like
No.
look at the ring.
It would shock me.
He's like trying to use like Bush to. Cover
Yeah,
up
he
the
definitely
ring.
didn't look like he was like a legit guy.
He didn't look like a ransom note writer. To me.
No, I agree with you there. But for him he went down the road and just threw one of the gloves into the brush like a foot from the highway. No.
Yeah,
No.
and also like black gloves. I mean, they're not
pretty
very unique.
Yeah,
Like, not very unique.
exactly. But we'll see. I guess the
Go to the-
FBI is swabbing it for DNA and whatnot. But I personally think that's not a good lead.
All right, let's move on to the next story. I met Donna Kelsey yesterday
For
at
the first
LAX
time?
For the first time, and I was blown away. Like, never meet your heroes, I guess. Well, she wasn't a hero, but she is now because she's so funny and lovely and likable. And wow, let's listen to some of the clip now.
No. Oh, it's just I had a mission to go on traders because I knew my mission. My mission was to increase viewership because of the people I know, not because of me.
And you did it.
And I had a good time. I had a blast. It was so much fun. I just don't understand why they didn't keep me a little longer. It would have helped their careers, more viewership.
Oh.
It would have helped them. But,
Oh my God.
It's okay. It was fun.
Are you looking forward to the, mother-son dance at the wedding?
Oh, I'm sure it'll be interesting.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
for sure.
Have you got a favorite song you'd like to do it to?
I think with Jason's, I danced to Love Shack with the B-52s.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see what I can muster.
Did you have to sign an NDA, even though you were the mother?
No. No, they know I can keep a secret.
How cool is she?
She's awesome. And also the Love Shack for the first dance. What a wild song.
I
What a
know.
wild song choice. The B-52s.
That looked like if her and Jason dancing to that, I
That
can
makes
picture it being
sense.
fun.
That makes sense. Great interview. Good
Yeah.
last question, huh?
Thank you. Your question, in fact.
Well,
Collaboration.
we work great together.
We do.
But I only asked you to ask that because there was I forgot that British dude that got invited.
Oh, Graham Norton.
He said the only thing he said is like, oh, I had to sign an NDA. So he might have been joking, but a lot of people picked that story up, and then we had the conversation like, if you're them, who obviously are extremely private and probably require everything NDAs, especially Taylor Swift, do you make the family?
Well, that would mean if you get him to sign an NDA, you're basically saying,
I don't
I'm going to
trust-
sue, and I'm going to sue you.
Yeah, that's true.
Get litigious. if you
That's
say
true.
anything
And
about
it's
my
also
wedding.
like, I don't trust you to shut your mouth.
Right.
Which, to be honest, a lovely lady, she seems like she would spill the deeds.
She's pretty loose lipped.
She said at the end, like, they could trust me for a secret. I don't know about that.
You just told me you didn't have to sign an NDA.
Yeah.
Print it.
Yeah.
Print it. You know what I mean?
But she's,
Would that be violating the NDA? Yeah.
yeah, for
Would it be
sure.
Violating the NDA by saying you didn't have to sign it.
I don't know.
Even if you said
We're
if
not
you-
lawyers.
If you confessed, like, yes, I did have to sign an NDA, is that breaking the NDA?
I don't think so. I think it just, if you reveal any of the information specified in
Gotcha.
the NDA, I
But
would
yeah,
believe. I've never
lovely lady.
signed one.
Lovely lady. Should we move
I'm
on
so
to
interested what Travis Kelsey and her first dance is going to be too now.
something silly?
You think not serious?
No. Imagine if
Really?
it's like Love Story.
Oh God, if it's a Taylor Swift song, that would be weird.
That would be.
That'd be very odd.
Okay, final story.
Nicole Curtis.
There's this lady called Nicole Curtis.
Didn't know about her until yesterday.
I know. Well, big star now, on the rise.
Well-
she's been with HGTV for 15 years, and on the launch day, was it the launch day of her new show?
Her show had returned to HGTV and it was premiering yesterday. The first episode of the 10th season, I want to say.
10th season.
Yeah.
And so the footage that came to light was HGTV had been rolling when Nicole had been working on the old house.
She was like trying to take some screws out.
Yeah, she kind of like, you know how you like if you mess something out, you give a huge exclamation like, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
Her "oh no" moment was saying the word fart followed by the N word.
I had never heard it used in that context.
I had never.
I actually, yeah, like me, I showed Charles and he like didn't even know what the hell was going on.
Very strange, and immediately, like almost in the moment she says it, she realizes, oh wait, I've got
and
cameras
then she
rolling.
says to the guy like, "Oh, you need to cut that immediately," and the guy's like, "Can't,
Oh,
sorry, been
that's
rolling
great.
for 30 minutes, sorry."
And yeah, everything.
So obviously,
happened.
this was not going to be on the television show. And by the timing of everything is very obvious here what happened, right?
Tell me.
Someone who works for her doesn't like her.
Okay.
Or she didn't pay somebody, and these are all just my assumptions. But clearly someone was like, I hate this lady and I'm going to wait until the day her show's about to air and I'm going to leak this footage. Because what do you think happened? HGTV released the usual statement of like, basically, what did they even say?
We were made aware
of the racial comment made during filming. Not only is it hurtful and disappointing to our viewers, partners, and employees, it's not aligned with their values, and the show's been pulled from their stream.
But what I don't get is how was HGTV unaware of it? It happened on set with their cameras rolling.
So that's what I thought at first. So then I was talked to someone this morning that I believe she was producing the show herself. And then it was streaming on HGTV. So she had her own production company who was cutting it all together and they submitted to HGTV.
The enemy within like got it out.
So clearly, how else did it get out? It's someone in the production team.
Wow.
How else would this video get out? I've never...
You know, if I was a black guy on set, I'd probably just release it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who the person was who released it, but obviously she came out yesterday and did her,
mea culpa.
Yeah, that she apologized, said it was wrong, and is not a part of my vocabulary and never has been. I apologize to everyone. I find that very hard to believe.
I don't think you come up with an expression like that on the fly.
No, it didn't seem like the first time she had used the N-word before, but
unreal, bro.
I will say, like, any person ever using the word is just awful, obviously, but she didn't say it in a derogatory way. It was almost like in a silly way, if you can say that.
Yeah. I mean,
she knew right away on camera what she just said was horrific, and what did she like was like, I'm so screwed or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Nicole Curtis, your show is not going to see the light of day.
It's kind of a one strike and you're out rule.
Yeah, although, Morgan Wallen.
Oh, Morgan Wallen did because
he also didn't say it in a derogatory way.
True. So if she can come back with another like HGTV hit, maybe.
I think Nicole Curtis is. What does she do? Redo houses?
Maybe she should just go to a new network, or move to a new like location where that sort of stuff.
There's
they're cool with it.
There's a home improvement network that's cool with the N-word.
Maybe you have to go online.
Okay, maybe Kick stream.
Yeah, maybe you could. All right. Comment time, baby. Not comment time, but let's go.
Are these today's for sure? Okay.
Today's.
Nancy Guthrie, Eternal KHI 777. Is that how you'd say that? I wonder if they will release the additional footage. They were going to be releasing. So the Ring cameras that Weeks got are on Twitter, and then we obtained, and then verified that the cops are looking into it, and FBI, whatnot.
The timing is weird though. Of the
I
Nancy
feel like
stuff. Are you going to talk about that? About the timing that the FBI's put out the stuff from Nancy's house. The camera footage is like, do they know?
That we don't. I guess the weird thing is I was just talking to someone right before I got in here is that for whatever reason, they're not verifying the exact time that Ring camera is from.
Why wouldn't the FBI say what time it came out?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because that would help us like match
your
together.
Your guess is as good as mine, unless they have someone in their sights, which it doesn't seem like it. And Wonderland, white tent has gone up in front of Nancy's house. I saw that. I think. Yeah, so I think what that is, and maybe I'm completely off, but obviously that's where her blood was.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. I think people are just upset. I don't know 100% if they're trying to block reporters from seeing what they're doing on the front porch. But it's also like, wait a second, guys.
We're
It's
in
been
day 12.
10 days, and we saw that blood like 3 days after.
Right.
And I believe they had said originally that they had taken the blood samples. It is odd.
Does the cop work seem sloppy here, or like
Either the cop work seems sloppy, or we just don't understand what tips they have or where they're at in the process.
put the tent up the day after though? Put the tent up the day after so to protect the evidence.
I guess, or they have a new lead and they don't want reporters to see what they're working on.
Could be.
I don't know. User nothing. One mastermind that hasn't made any mistakes. Hard sell.
Yeah, usually they make.
A lot of people think the theory is that there isn't just one person. Ari Bean 78. It could be a home invasion. Maybe he saw a picture of Savannah, was like, "Oh, I could get more for ransom," and then just stealing some stuff. Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people about this story who really think it was just a home invasion gone wrong. I don't like that theory though, because like I've said, home invasions happen all the time, and then they just kill the person and then leave. Why would you take the person with you?
Maybe you didn't want to. Maybe you're just a home invader. You're not a murderer, and then some woman dies on you, like while you're doing all
like
the,
accidentally killed her,
or maybe there's evidence. Like the body is evidence, or the criminal saw the body is evidence. Maybe imagine if she like scratched his. And you got the DNA under your fingernail.
Oh, yeah.
Then you're like, oh, no, I'm going to get caught. Let's just take...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, this story could go so many different ways.
It could.
Brandon Coons, so they about to find this guy.
What did your take read? Are they about to find this
I think
guy
they're
or not?
much closer now than they were a few days ago.
Okay.
Now that we have images of this person and now all these videos are popping up of people that it could be possibly unmasked, I think that's huge, right?
Yeah. We're hopefully going that
Because
direction.
aren't they, I mean, you're the AI guy. I feel like they have like software now where they can like scan someone's face and it can give you like a idea of who it might be.
Yeah, they have that software. I don't know. Yeah, I just think these two different footage that came out we discovered this morning.
Yeah.
If just one of those two people, it could be both of them. It could be the same guy all of the videos. But if they can see who this guy's facing and figure out what his name is, then maybe you can figure out if he has an alibi for the Nancy time or whatever.
Right. Or it could lead to someone else they might.
Yeah.
I don't know. Andrew Kildare 3152. Both you guys should get these eyebrows shaped. It would look great, dude. I kind of have a unibrow at times. I have to use the the tweezers. But yeah, to your point, I feel like the more the unkept look is probably just better suits me.
Oh yeah, unkept look is so much better. Guys who like put themselves so together, it's like weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what are you hiding?
But also, you could like freshen up a little bit.
I could definitely stand to freshen up a little.
Yeah,
but like,
for sure.
I don't like when you like your beard is cut just so perfect. Like, no, beards are not supposed to be like,
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like rugged. We're two rugged men hosting a celebrity podcast.
I wouldn't consider myself rugged.
Nah, you're not very rugged. You are wearing that flannel.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get more like man of the people. Savannah Shines 3633. You guys look like you rolled out from under a rock.
Well, there we go.
Okay, well that was just
Perfect.
That was just rude, Savannah.
Perfect.
Or you take that as a compliment.
I mean, yeah. I kinda do.
Okay.
Low effort is a trend.
What a great way to end.
Yeah, I'm homeless chic.
Yeah, look like you just rolled out from under a rock.
Nice.
Like
Okay.
Patrick Star.
Oh, isn't that what?
You know that reference?
Patrick Star is from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Rolled out from under a rock could be a Jesus reference.
You do look.
I look
yeah,
like
okay, there you go.
Australian Jesus.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, guys.
See you tomorrow.